Welcome back guys. In this video I'll be testing Frostpunk Part 2 on my ROG Ally running on Windows 11 and Steam Deck running on SteamOS. Before jumping into the gameplay, I would like to thank Keymailer and 11-bit Studios for sending me a review copy of the game. Just like its predecessor, Frostpunk Part 2 is a city building survival game set in New London in 1916, 30 years after the great storm of the original game. The game explores the consequences of the advent of the petroleum industry, and players assume the role of the city's new leader, the steward, who replaces the now deceased captain, the player character from the first game. The city is struggling with overpopulation, food and coal shortages, among other issues. Now I have already done my testing. Just like any other city building game, the game's performance degrades as the city grows, becomes larger. This game is demanding on both CPU and GPU. Here's the good thing, the game officially supports FSR 3 frame generation, but for some absurd reason, you cannot enable frame generation on ROG Ally. Yes, you heard it right. No idea why. To make things worse, even AFMF2 is not compatible with this game. If you try to enable it, an error message pops up in Adrenaline software that the API is not compatible. Makes no sense. This game uses Direct3D 12 API, which is supported by AFMF2. On Steam Deck, very low preset is recommended if you want the FPS to stay above 30 for the most part. On ROG Ally at 720p resolution, quality preset of FSR, 35 to 50 FPS is possible depending on the size of your city. You can set the textures and shadow quality to medium, rest of the settings set to low. It's possible that FSR frame generation becomes accessible on ROG Ally via a future update. This game uses Unreal Engine 5. Now this game does not support any gamepad, but you can use a community based controller layout. I'm using this layout. Just click on the controller icon here, select your gamepad, click on controller button layout, click on community layouts, look for Frostpunk 2, Xbox controller layout, this one, see, entirely up to you. You can use mouse and keyboard, gamepad is optional. My Ally is running on BIOS version 441. For this game I have set the UMA buffer size to 5 GB. I have installed AMD's latest beta GPU driver, version of Adrenaline 24.20.11.01. Show you the game's Adrenaline settings. Frostpunk 2, FreeSync enable, VSync off, anti-lag setting enable, RSR disable. I'll just enable AFMF2 from here. Search mode set to high. This prevents frame generation from getting disabled during fast visual motion. Performance mode quality. Using a 25 watts manual profile, all three power values set at 25 watts. 720p resolution, CPU boost disable. Connected my Gulikit King Max gamepad to Ally via Bluetooth mode. Launch the game. You can see AFMF2 status inactive. This is what I was talking about earlier. Unsupported graphics API. I'll enable Adrenaline overlay. Show you the performance metrics. Control Shift and O keys together. There you go. I can move the mouse pointer by moving the right stick. Left click is simulated by pressing the right stick like this, see. Okay, in the general section just set UI text scale to big if you're playing on a handheld PC. Small display. Graphics settings. Resolution set to 720p full screen mode. No FPS cap. Upscaling. Disable TSR, FSR and XeSS upscalers. I'll just use FSR. You can see frame generation setting disabled, cannot enable it. Upscaling quality set to quality. Scroll down. First I'll run the game with the low settings, everything set to low. I'll skip the prologue, it's not very demanding on the hardware. Jump into the first chapter. We are in. Move the camera using the left stick. Move the pointer using the right stick. Zoom in, zoom out using the bumper buttons. Rotate the camera using the triggers. These are our objectives. Frostbake to a shallow coal seam and construct an extraction district. Here we are getting around 67 FPS. See. Look at the shadow distance, the draw distance, it's quite short, easily noticeable. Okay, I need to find the coal seam resources. Just press the left stick to highlight the resources on the map like this. Shallow coal seam found. It's near our district. Need to turn on the generator. People are freezing. Oh my god. Need to be quick here. District area is demanding on the hardware. You can see FPS dropped down to around 60. We are hitting the GPU bottleneck. Need to frostbite the resource first before extracting it. You just need to construct 8 tiles from my district to the resource deposit. Building the tiles like this. There are 2 shallow coal seam deposits and I have to construct 8 tiles. Try to cover both of these coal resource deposits like this. Need to construct 2 more tiles. Give the command. Process started. Frost breaking. Process is going on. See the resources here. Workforce, heat stamps, prefabs. Population is freezing. Oh my god. Heat scarcity, shelter scarcity. Need to construct some housing districts. Open the construction menu, select housing district. FPS down to around 50. Need to construct 2 districts. Place the tiles here near a city. Need to place 6 tiles for the housing district like this. The short shadow draw distance is really very annoying. I'll just change the settings. Textures, terrain and shadow set to medium. Accept. Resume the game. FPS dropped down to around 48. Not a big drop in performance, but just check out the shadow draw distance. Way better than before. Okay, I'll construct another district. Housing district. Select it from here. Game is definitely playable using a gamepad with the unofficial controls. See, this objective should get completed once the construction is complete. Turn on the generator. Need to extract the coal resources. Need to construct extraction district right here above the resource deposit. 3 tiles, 6 tiles, beg your pardon, like this. 44 to 47 FPS, very variable. Reached 57 FPS. Our district. The RAM usage is around 4 GB. It will increase as well as the city grows. There was a hitch, see. Expanding districts. Construction activity. This was, beg your pardon, the resources are getting extracted. Just zoom in. Max level. Just fast forward time. Construction complete, see. Object is updated. I need to turn on the generator now. Select generator. Turn it on. Must choose a solution for this problem. We need to improve our mining to use it efficiently. Now we need to build a research institute to improve the mining efficiency. Lot of activities are going on inside the district, and you can see FPS dropped down to around 42. Smoke is coming out. from the generator. See, the RAM usage increased as well. Game is demanding, really needs frame generation on ROG Ally, but it's playable even without it. I'll just construct a research institute. Before that I need to expand my district. Select it. Now select expand. Select the tiles like this. See, workforce will be allotted 3 tiles. Process is going on. I'll just fast forward the time. Remaining time for the construction. Indicator. Builder Research Institute. My district is changing. Wow. Now I can construct a research institute. Place it here. Speed up the process. Research new idea. Coal mines. Research idea. There you go. Now I'll test the game on my Steam Deck. 40 to 60 FPS on ROG Ally. On Steam Deck, this game is marked as unsupported. I am using G Proton version 9-14 as the compatibility layer. I am the LCD variant of Steam Deck, running on SteamOS beta version 3.6.15. Performance tab, OLED level set to 3. Frame limit set to 60, that's it. Using my Cosmic Byte Stellaris gamepad. Connected it to deck via Bluetooth mode. Version of the game 1.0.3. Use the same version on ROG Ally. Graphics settings 800p resolution, VSync off, frame limit set to 60. I'll just set it to off. Unlimited. FSR upscaler enabled. Even on Steam Deck we cannot enable frame generation. Upscaler preset set to balance. First I'll run the game with very low preset. Everything set to very low. Continuing the game from the same point where I left off on my ROG Ally. Yeah, here FPS is close to 35. In my district, I need to build a research institute. Some hitching even on ROG Ally. Beg your pardon, Steam Deck, my bad. There's the research institute selected. Okay, the building was under construction, my bad. Research an idea. It will take around 10 weeks for the research to complete. Hitching again. FPS is all over the place. 35 to 43. You can play the game, but I'll be honest, FPS will drop further as the city grows. Construct the newly researched building in the extraction district. I'm just waiting for the research to complete. You can see its progress here. Workforce. Resources required to build buildings. I'll just increase a few settings. Textures, terrain and shadow set to low. Accept. Resume the game. FPS dropped to around 27. Hitching in the district. Yeah, not the ideal experience on Steam Deck. Stutters frequently. Away from the district, FPS increased to around 50. It's just barren land. You can see the resources. We can expand our district. Extract these resources. These are the food resources. I really hope FSR frame generation becomes accessible on both Steam Deck and ROG Ally soon via an update. Both devices really need FSR frame generation, especially Steam Deck. It will definitely struggle to maintain 30 FPS as the city grows. That's it with the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.